A Halloween night of fun turns deadly. 4 people killed, another 4 hurt. All of it happening in a house rented out on Airbnb.
This happened late last night. The shots rang out on Lucille Way in the quiet and upscale community of Orinda. Someone rented the home and then spread the word on social media that they were hosting a party. More than 100 people showed up, and then someone started shooting.
We begin our team coverage with NBC Bay Area's Jody Hernandez in Orinda. And Jody, what do we know at this point about the victims?
Jessica, at this point, police aren't saying very much about the victims. We can tell you that this was a party that had been advertised on social media for at least a couple of days, but nobody expected the chaos and the violence that erupted out here to take place. You can see the driveway is still cordoned off, and crime scene investigators are still up in the house collecting evidence, trying to figure out what led to the shooting. This was the scene at a Halloween party that took place at an Orinda Airbnb rental Thursday night, minutes before shots rang out. Cell phone video captured the gunshots and the panic.
This is a party that had over 100 people in it. And all of those people are potential witnesses to what happened.
Police say 4 people died in the shooting. At least 4 others are hurt. While the victims haven't been officially identified, a friend of Omar Taylor posted a photo of him on social media, saying he was one of the 4 killed. So far, no one has been arrested.
It is a very complex investigation. There was a wide area and a lot of people involved, and we're still trying to wrap our arms around what exactly transpired.
Police say they don't believe those involved are from Orinda. The gathering was advertised on social media as an Airbnb mansion party. I'm looking about 1,000 plus people popping out tonight, one person posted.
This is not the place for that. People didn't move here to deal with this. I mean, my heart goes out to the people that lost their lives.
Neighbors are rattled. Some say they've complained about noisy parties there before. The city acknowledges they've cited the homeowner twice over the past year and will be revisiting their rules around Airbnbs.
This is a tragedy of unimaginable gravity.
It's scary. I mean, I couldn't sleep. We all couldn't sleep, so we were just really scared. But I mean, I feel more devastated with the people that are hurt, because it's just another shooting that we're dealing with again.
We're back here live where you're looking at police. Investigators are still up at the property. Again, right now, police aren't releasing much about the investigation, calling it complex. Now, I can also tell you that within the last few minutes, we noticed one of the party goers posted on social media that nobody deserved what happened here. He said, "We all just came to have fun." Reporting live in Orinda, I'm Jody Hernandez, NBC Bay Area News.
Okay, thank you, Jody. Well, news of that deadly shooting in Orinda is rattling a lot of property owners in the Bay Area who rent out their own homes on Airbnb. It's also prompting Orinda city leaders, as you heard Jody say, rethink how they regulate those short-term rentals. NBC Bay Area's Melissa Colorado is also live in Orinda. She continues this story for us, and that shooting really a shocker for that enclave.
Absolutely a shocker for the mayor as well. I mean, you can see it in her face during today's press conference, and you can bet this is going to be a huge topic at the city of Orinda's next city council meeting on Tuesday. The mayor says city leaders will be discussing their short-term rental ordinance and if there's ways they can beef up its enforcement.
There are going to be folks that don't follow the rules.
And that's exactly what police say happened at this rented Airbnb home on Lucille Driveway in Orinda last night, when someone threw a massive Halloween party that ended in a deadly shooting, killing 4 people.
We say no parties, no parties, no parties.
Lisa Aaron and her partner of Oakland are veterans when it comes to renting out their 2 homes on Airbnb.
We've had horror stories.
Who can forget the Airbnb guest who hosted a wedding rehearsal party at their home in Tahoe?
And it was a mess, and there was ants everywhere, and there was just trash bags.
A source tells NBC Bay Area News that the person who rented out the home in Orinda deceived the homeowners by saying they were trying to get out of the Kincade Fire zone because a family member suffered from asthma. Aaron says she probably would have fallen for that story too.
Oh, definitely. I mean, During the 17 fire, we had people just move into our house because their home was destroyed.
Orinda's city manager says the owners of the house registered the property as a short-term rental with the city last November. It took a little more than 2 months for the city to get their first complaint about a loud house party. The city's ordinance says no more than 13 people at a time can stay inside the home. The city manager says last March, he and the police chief spoke with the property owners to remind them about the city's rules.
They were very receptive, and they were very cooperative, and said they would comply.
And here's something that might surprise you. The city manager says despite complaints about loud house parties as well as overfilled garbage bins and parking issues, the homeowners of this property were never fined. Again, this is likely going to be a big topic at this upcoming city council meeting on Tuesday. That's the latest here in Orinda. I'm Melissa Colorado, NBC Bay Area News.
Not to mention a potential lawsuit, too. All right, thank you, Melissa. Our investigative unit has looked into Airbnb rentals, including an undercover investigation that revealed landlords who convert homes into illegal hotels for tourists. If you want to catch up on all these stories, head to NBCBayArea.com/investigations.